Don't be the other woman. See, I've been the side chick. I've been cheated on, and I was also a cheater. First time I started, I was a cheater. And then I promptly got cheated on by a guy that I really liked. How do we end here? Go back a couple. Um, Essentially, I had a girlfriend, or not even really a girlfriend, but I called her a girlfriend, but wasn't my girlfriend because I was like, holy shit. Anyway, the point is, um, I made out with another woman at a party, then broke it off with her, and then got with the other woman. Then realized I didn't want to be with the other woman. So I said, I love you, so she would break up with me and think I was creepy. And I continued that for a bit. Then I stopped. Then I got with a guy named Alex. Fuck, well, whatever, you don't know him. Anyway, I got with a guy named Alex. We were together for a week. He cheated on me with his ex-girlfriend, Nicole. This is why I don't like the name Nicole. I was like, okay, I don't understand. You just had sex with her. I don't care. I still will date you. Low self-esteem. And also because I'm still of the mindset, like, having sex with someone to me isn't like, I mean, you cheated on me by having sex with someone. I would feel more hurt if you were in love with the other person, because that means that you are intimate. Like, you, and sex to me, you could just have sex without having it be intimate. I'm still working on my shit. Okay, I'm still working my shit. And he was like, no, I want to be with my ex. I want to be with Nicole. And I remember before we dated, I said to him, like, hey, you can have sex with Nicole. I don't care, because I was one of those weirdos that was like, I want to be a virgin until I'm married. My mother was not religious at that time. She was a hippie, so I don't understand that whole fucking aspect. But I was said to him, like, you can have sex with Nicole. Like, I give you permission. He's like, how dare you? How dare you? And then he fucked Nicole, and I got upset. And then, as he said, I abused him. I just went up to him and I was like, how could you? And he was like, then hit me if it feels good. And I said, fine. And I hit him on the back. And then he called me crazy and told everyone how I attacked him. Fast forward, this was 2007. 2006. It was 2006. Fast forward, I see and know a guy who I'm going to call Hart. I'm going to call him Hart. Okay, now I've known Hart, or I knew Hart since high school. I had a crush on Hart. I pretended to like another guy to get people to not know that I had a crush on Hart. Hart knew that I had a crush on him later on, because I told him, I was like, hey, I have a crush on you. I didn't have a crush on the other guy. And he's like, cool, awesome. Hart and I were talking on Facebook. It got very sexual and friendly, and I fell for him. But he didn't want to date me because everybody thought I was weird. Number two of why the fuck I think I did this. And there's a bigger reason why. And I went hardcore trying to get him. He did not want me. I remember at one point, I went to a festival with this guy that I was talking to and really liking. And he saw us and he got so fucking angry and possessive. And I was like, he does like me. He's getting jealous and possessive. He's being like, hey, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of being an asshole. And I'm like, this is what I need. This is what I want. We're continuing to talk off and on, telling each other what we would do to each other. Sometime in 2016, we meet up. We start making out. Because here's the thing, I gave him a hug. Started out with a hug, and I was like, oh, you accidentally touched my boob. And I was like, oh, bad things will happen. He's like, well, bad things. I was like, you'd have to see. So then bad shit happened. And from 2016 all the way until 2024, I would say end of January, beginning of February, I was hooked on him. Like, I was like convinced. I just had to wait it out because he was married. Meanwhile, his poor wife had no fucking clue what was going on. She's beautiful, by the way. She's nice. She's level-headed. She's accomplished. Made me feel really bad about it, but not bad enough. Which I should, honestly, I should be feeling really shitty. if I'm being truthful. And I was like, well, it's just sex. But also I got power off of it because I felt he was giving me attention and not her, and therefore I was winning. Winning what? What the fuck was I winning? A guy? A guy who made it clear that he didn't really actually want to be with me. Made it clear he didn't want to be with me, but was cool to talk to me every so often because I would message him and he'd be like, hey, leave me alone. And I would continue to message him. Be like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Then we would do stuff. Then he would feel really bad and guilty. And then he'd go on social media talking about how he loves his wife. His wife would be, I love you too. And I would be devastated for weeks. And then it will fall back into the pattern of me reaching out to him or him being like, hey, what are you doing? And then contacting me when he was bored and or horny. Now, I ended up messaging him and they ended up getting a divorce. Now, I didn't know why they got a divorce. I just knew they got a divorce. I was able to deduce that his wife, filed for the divorce because she realized my husband's been cheating. I don't know if she ever had an inclination or what, but I think she read a text message I sent him and said, fuck this shit. And then she filed. And they got the divorce. And here's the thing for the other side chick. Once he was out, guess what? He wasn't talking to me as much. Yeah, that's right. The guy that you're waiting for, that if he does get a divorce, that his wife does, because a lot of the times the wife is the one that actually does the divorce, not the man. He doesn't fucking do the divorce because he knows that he has a good person who will go and work and do everything, making sure everything's clean, making sure the kids are kept well, making sure to do all this stuff, bending over backwards for a bum. And you think you're a queen. You're not a queen. You're Boo-Boo the Fool. I like you, person watching this, because you're sitting here watching it, but at the same time, I'm telling you, get the fuck out or don't do it. Because you know what happened? They got the divorce. We had just had sex. This is a year or two after they gotten a divorce. And I'm talking to him and everything. And he's like, I don't want to get married. Because I said to him, I want to have kids. I could adopt. I can be a stepmom. I can be foster, bio. And I want to get married. And he said, I don't want to get married. You don't? He's like, no, I don't want to get married. I'm getting a vasectomy. Well, that shot everything out of my windsail. So I sat and thought about it. 2024. This is how it all changed. He's having a party. So I said, hey, I'm willing to drive so I can help you with this party, blah, blah, blah. He said, don't worry about it. I said, are you sure? I can do it. I have no issues. Like, hey, don't worry about it. It's fine. I then see on Facebook that this woman was like, hey, I saw you at the party. It's so great. And she's flirting with him. And I'm like, that's weird, but I don't think anything of it. And then I start thinking, and then I start snooping, and then I see that she's said other stuff and he's liked it. I then send in a letter saying, hey, this isn't working. I wish you the best of luck. He started dating her within a week of that letter. And then they got engaged 5 months later. Sometimes a man just doesn't want to be with you. He sees you as a whole. I'm sorry, but he sees you as a whole. He sees you as somebody to just, use and then throw away. So now you have helped somebody essentially fuck over another person's life. Your life is fucked over and that person's life is fucked over, and the cheater just goes off in the sunset. Don't do it. And I leave you with this thought. On the off chance he does marry you, you now have left a slot open for his next mistress. Because he just showed you he didn't give a fuck about his wife. Why would he give a fuck about you?